Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 57 of Direwolf20's MCEternal series, where I'm playing around with this stuff. So last episode we just got started into Astral sorcery, and I'm gonna do kind of like a quick progression through Astral sorcery. I want to like kind of quickly get to the point where I can start doing some really powerful stuff that Astral sorcery has available to us. So I'd like to get, you know, some pretty uber rituals going on, because you get some really powerful stuff. Like really good and really powerful stuff. So today, the main plan is to do the following. I'd like to very quickly get myself some star metal ore by way of making a linking tool. I'd like to get some stardust. I'd like to get a telescope to discover constellations. I'd like to get an attunement altar to attune my player to a specific constellation. And I made myself an ultimate fluid tank and an extra one of these light wells so that we could start accumulating more of this here fluid. Nice. So, them's the plan. In addition, I'd like to make it nighttime, because I was all ready to start recording, and then nighttime happened. Or it stopped happening, basically, and it was daytime, and that was a bad time. So we want it to be night for all of our Astral sorcery stuff. Good, so this is working. Everybody's happy. That seems cool. Alright, so our plan today is to do all those things. Let's get to work. Alright, so since I used all the rock crystals I got last episode to make the light wells, I went ahead and got more. Now's a good time to remind you guys that rock crystals have 3 attributes that are important to us. However, they're only really important under certain circumstances. So when you're using them to craft items that don't have any attributes on them, they don't matter. And if you're using them to craft items that do have attributes on them, so things like the ritual crystals, for example, matter. And then collection crystals really makes a difference. So there's a few things where the attributes do matter and a few things where they don't matter. And we're going to, you know, throughout this series, do a little bit of automation to get the good attributes. That said, you can also upgrade these rock crystals by tossing them in a pool. And you can get a pretty awesome upgrade to them called celestial crystals. These are made by dropping them into a pool of starlight with the stardust, and it basically re-randomizes the attributes, so you'll get better attributes generally, and the size can basically become better. So you can get a bigger rock crystal by using attunes or celestial crystals. Long story short, it doesn't matter too much the attributes of the rock crystals themselves, generally speaking, because generally speaking, you're going to get to celestial crystals quickly, so there's no real point in trying to get perfect rock crystals, but we will work towards getting perfect celestial crystals. I gotta say, I do love this drill. I just mined out like this huge cavern in like 5 seconds so that I could get some iron ore. And my goodness, it's daytime already. How does it keep becoming daytime? Every 5 seconds, it's daytime. Holy cow. Let's get it nighttime again. Should we automate this? I don't know if it's necessary to automate this, but it could be cool to do. What do we got by way of breakers? We've got the auto breaker, but I don't think you can filter that, right? I don't think so. We could do like the sensor thing from Extra Utilities. Is there like a cooler way to do that? Simple block breaker control. Block breaker with size controls, a blacklist, and tool slot. Kind of like that. Let's try it out. Never done it before, so we'll give it a shot, right? I don't know that I've used this before. Have we used this before? That's cool. Blacklist. Okay. Grab some wireless doohickey. Could be cool, right? Always on. 1x1's probably where you want to be. Wow, you go really tall when you're on 1x1 mode. Oh, mining height. There you go. Neat. Good thing that didn't have any power by default. Almost mined up half my base, you know. Seems pretty cool though, right? So what if we removed this guy? Because we don't need this thing no more. And I forget if this crystal remembers its linked doohickey, right? But like we could put this here, and we could put this. We could try putting it here. He might get power. Yeah, he does. Sweet. There you go. Okay. And I'm going to blacklist that. What you doing, buddy? Always on. Blacklist. Iron ore. Cool. And then if we link you... Did I make my linking wand yet? No, I didn't. Okay, hold on. We need to make the linking wand, and we probably want a placer or some kind of thing. Block placer. Cool. Sticks and wood. Okay, and resonating wand. Go away, go away, go away, go away. Huzzah! Man, that's a long craft, that one. Okay. So then you're gonna get linked from here to here. And then you should break the block. Controlled miner. Do I have to give him a pick? I might have to give him a pick. Let's see. Give it a tool and set up its height and range. Oh, well, no, wait, maybe not. Did it pick up the item? It may not have an inventory. Can I have either what it can break? All right, let's do two things. Let's get it a chest, and let's get it a tool. So it might just be that because it didn't have a tool, it like broke with a hand. And that would be bad times. But let's find out. Because that would probably just like void the item, right? Hey, this is Dire learning new mods. That's what's up. Okay, you place her there. You get a diamond pickaxe. You get some iron ore. Hey, that's sounding better. Where's it putting it, though? Oh. It's just dropping it in the world. Doesn't actually put it anywhere. Okay. Hang on. Have I not yet taught you how to make a vacuum chest? I really should. Iron alloy ingots, please. Nobody wants you ever. Sorry, Ender.io, but them's the breaks. There you go. That's cool. Neat. That works, right? That's pretty cool. Now, forget if it's that speeds it up. Or if it's that. I don't think either one, I guess. They seem to be immune to tick accelerations, though it's going pretty quick on its own. So we can get a stack of this pretty easily. We'll come back when it's done. Alright, so that's pretty cool. We tried out a new block today. I like it. I like any block that lets you blacklist like that. Or whitelist, or however you want to do it, right? So I think that's pretty spiffy. So we'll leave that set up here just in case we need to do this again in the future. But probably by the time we need more of this star metal ore, we'll probably be in a position to not worry too much about it. Now, it looks like we can run this through the purification chamber and all that standard stuff. So, with that said, let me put some of it in here, like half a stack. Does that sound fair? And the other half will go into the AE system, and then this thing will just all get processed and pulverized and cleaned and metalled up. Sweet. That is cool beans right there. I like it. So now we've got star metal ore? Or star metal dust? Yeah, both. Sweet. All right, cool. So now with the star metal ingots good to go, I know we're also going to want some dust. So why don't I run those through a crusher real quick down here? Perfect. And you'll notice I didn't add star metal to any of the auto exports because I don't want to automatically process it. I'll process it on demand as necessary. Good times. All right. So we've got Stardust, we've got Star Metal Ore. These guys are now taken care of. So was this. Let's get a telescope real quick. Gold and looking glass, gold and a lens. Lens is luminous crafting. Okay, cool. We can pull that off. So, yeah, let's definitely get a telescope going so we can start checking stuff out in the sky. And I probably want another nighttime. What I should do is put this up here, because when I'm up here is when I want to be doing the nighttimey things, right? So we should stick this like on one of the altar thingies, and then we can just booyah. That is cool beans. Look at that. Watch the star metal or starlight power. This is the part where you you know what? Probably breaking it made it change what time it goes to. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh yeah, nice. Now that's not a huge amount of power, to be fair, but we can augment it, right? With certain things, which maybe we'll do now, just because. So like, let's get just a little bit of glass lenses. Okay, so we're gonna want from you, sir. Remember, you can do multiple crafts at a time with this thing, which is pretty cool, right? We're going to want a few pieces of gold and some sticks and some wood. I think it's this type of wood that we need, but we'll find out if I derped. Nope, we got it. Booyah. And a telescope. Good times. Keep working, you kids. Nice. Do a little bit of astral observing. Let's go ahead and take a peek. So let's discover some constellations real quick. Does that sound cool? Those of you who may not have seen this before, what we're doing is we've discovered constellations in the sky, right? And we found those constellation papers basically in chests around the world. Typically, the small astral sorcery shrines or the large ones can have these constellation papers in them. There's many different types of constellation paper. Until you attune yourself at an attunement altar, you can only discover the major constellations, of which there are 5, and that would be these 4 here: Evorcio, Decidia, Avidus, Vicio, and Amara. Those constellations are the ones that you can find until you attune yourself, and then you can start finding the minor constellations. And each of these constellations can do really cool things with rituals that we'll get into later. But before you can really get into that, you need to... now that looks like Armara to me, so I want to say it's like... Boy, can I remember what Armara is? We'll try. It's something like this, right? I think that was Armara. What you have to do is draw it, right? Yeah, that was pretty much it. Oh, you know what? There's not across the top. That's what I did wrong. So draw lines from each of the star points to match the constellation as it appears in your book. Hooray! I can see clearly now. And certain constellations show up at certain times of day. So, yeah, certain times of the month. So generally speaking, you may not see all the constellations in the sky on a given night. So just, shift it to another night, or just wait. And the next night you might wind up with one. So we might see, a handful. The major constellations tend to be common, so like it shouldn't be too bad to find a few of them. But we'll see what we can see, right? So this looks like Vicio, which is a cool one. I forget which of these is the ritual that makes it so it grows crops faster, but there's definitely one of them. Hey, cool. This guy looks like Avidus, maybe? Sounds safe out here, right? I drew that correctly, didn't I? I feel like I did. That's Decidia, actually, but I still drew it correctly. Let's try again. You don't have to be perfect when you draw your lines, but you can't be too sloppy either. There we go. Nice. All right, any more? So there's one major constellation that we haven't discovered yet. I think it's Evorcio. So he just might not be in the sky at this point. The nice thing that I love about this mod is that once you discover the constellations in the sky, you see them actually literally in the sky, which is cool. Super cool. Super cool. Anyway, where were we? Oh, right. So we did constellation discovery. That's check. Attunement altar. So to make the attunement altar, which is our next step, we need star metal ingots. Cool. We've got some. Nice. We also need spectral relays, which are going to need some gold nuggets. And a spectral relay might not be a bad idea. I think we probably want at least 2 of these. Because the spectral relay, the other thing it can do is if we take a look... I don't think it's an attunement, though, is it? I think it's in exploration. Spectral relay, yes. We can get this little setup here. So we're going to need the wavy ones and the cubey ones with a dark one in the middle, right? So let's go up a few blocks here. So we need the wavy ones. Cool. And then the cubey ones. I always forget what they're called. And then we need a spectral relay. And I think we put a lens in there. Sweet. And what you'll see is it like gets these particle effects and it starts sending particles towards the nearest altar, which is cool. And what that does is boost the starlight power in that altar. So by doing that little setup right there, it helps to boost the amount of starlight power that the altar has. And you can see it's starting to drop because the sun's probably about to come up. It's getting pretty close to the horizon there. So, but long story short, we just get more starlight power by doing that. Now we can put a couple of these around here, but putting too many around, they start to have less of an effect. So I usually put as few as I can. There's more ways to boost starlight power as we progress, but we'll get to that. So let's get ourselves some star metal. Right? And see what we can see. So do we have everything we need for this? We totally do. Hey, get to work, you. You might be too weak on power. I should make you night again. There you go. Now we're cooking. So we actually needed that, I think, probably. And while we're waiting for that... So are we out of marble from chisel? That can't be true. Let's get you put away. Let's put some things in our backpack for a sec that we don't necessarily need on us at this moment. I usually like to have my wand on me, but meh. It's all good. Marble from chisel. Marble from chisel. I forget how much of this city marble we need. I just know we need a lot for what we're about to do. We're about to make the attunement altar. So for that, I already programmed my copy-paste gadget with what the attunement altar needs. And we just need a few more of the wavy. A few more of the wavy, and we should be good. It's 225 sooty marble that we need, and we have enough, right? But we do need a few more of the wavy. So let's get, like, 2 more of these. What I'm going to do is put you away. I don't even know why you're out of your backpack right now. Right? And what we'll do is grab a chisel. Do we have that in here still? Yeah, he's getting low, though. Getting low. Oh, hello. Speaking of definitely getting low. Let's get another chisel. The good one this time. Cool. And you're going to turn into... that. Sweet. Okay. And you can probably just go in the backpack for now. So now are we cool? We're cool. So let's go paste this into the world somewhere. Where do we want to set up our attunement altar? It's not something that you need to do a lot, right? Maybe just hanging off the back of this building would be cool. We can rotate you. How does that feel? Seems pretty neat, right? And if I wanted a few more feral flare lanterns... I don't know if you guys noticed, but I totally expanded the range of my AE system. Draws a little bit more power now, but that ain't a big a deal. So let's see, is that about centered? Wow, that feels like it's perfect. Is that perfectly centered? Looks pretty good, right? Oh yeah, glowing. That's good. That's good times right there. All right, so that's cool. So now what we need is more of those relays, right? So let's get some more lenses, right? Because we need more relays, spectral relays. We're going to need a decent amount of these. So let's get... Does 8 sound good? I'll do that many. Can't hurt to have a few extra of these lenses. You kind of always want more. Hooray! And then spectral relays needs more wood. Sweet. Hey, what, were you short on power? Nice. Okay. So now we can attune our player to a specific constellation. And I always forget which one I go with. I always forget which one I go with. It really doesn't super matter which constellation you attune yourself to. All it really does is change how you level up. So like attuning your player to a constellation gives you perks, and you earn those perk points by doing certain actions. And depending on which constellation you attune yourself determines which actions cause you to gain experience and perk points. So there's like one constellation that makes you gain experience through block breaking. There's another one that makes experience through combat. There's another one that makes experience through building, that kind of stuff, right? Block breaking is usually the easiest one to do because you can, you know, mine to your heart's content and just get tons and tons of experience that way. So that's like a quick and easy way to level up. So the constellation I want to go with for this is Evorsio. So what we can do is we can get the Evorsio paper out here. And when you hold that in your offhand, Evorsio has to be in the sky, which it may not be at the moment. Is the sun going down or coming up? I guess it is. That's the problem. Man, it is like always daytime here. All right. I don't know what that does daytime wise. Like, does that make it the same night or not? I don't know, actually. Look, buddy, that ain't gonna fly. Zap. So Evorsio might not be in the sky at the moment. Now, if we wait a little bit, he should be. Sometimes it takes him a few minutes to get there. Let's just make it straight up midnight. Oh, what is that? Some kind of red moon? It's weird. Is that just what a new moon looks like in Minecraft? Oh. Let's sleep through the night so that we pass to the next day. And then... So I don't know if that advances time or just makes it midnight, because there's a difference, right? Advances time, we could test it, right? So that is a different moon. I'm still not seeing a Evorsio in the sky. So like, let's test this now, right? So to make it midnight again would be 1950. That's what the moon looks like. Oh, it definitely advances it. So that's cool. That's actually pretty neat. Is that Evorsio? I always forget. I don't think so. That might be Evorsio. I always forget which one's which. Evorcio? Oh, no, that's... Oh, Evorcio I don't think I've discovered yet, have I? That's the problem. Evorcio is the one I didn't figure out yet. Aha. So we haven't actually discovered Evorcio yet. That's why we're not finding it in the sky. Dire, please. Let's try and find an undiscovered constellation real quick. Nothing. And generally around midnight they will all be up, I think. I kind of like this time advancement option from random things. I'm worried about my time in a bottle, though. Come on, Evorcio, where are you? There we go. Found him. There he is. So he starts off right in the middle and just goes out to all the outer points. So with him being in the sky now, we can have relative certainty that we'll be able to attune ourselves to Evorcio. Cool. So by holding him in the offhand, we now get the purple sparkles that we expected to see. And we just place these dudes like so. Ta-da! And then we can attune ourselves. Nice. So to do that is really quite simple. You just stand in it. And this is attuning the player to the Evorcio constellation. Like I said, this is going to unlock a bunch of perk points and like this whole perk tree. And you gain those points by doing things. Evorcio's constellation makes it so you gain those points by breaking blocks, right? There's other ones we'll take a look at in the perk tree in a minute here. So that should be cool. One thing I gotta say I love about Astral Sorcery is just the particle effects and the cool looking stuff. Like, everything is just neat. It's super cool. I'm a big fan of things that like visually are cool. Advancement made. I can see the light. Hooray! And we can just leave that there. There's other things we'll use that Attunement altar for in a bit. So if we look at our book now, our Astral Tome, we'll realize that we have a perks system. Hooray! And we have one perk point available. And we've got the root Evorcio unlocked. 20% more mining speed. Gain experience by breaking blocks. There are other roots that are available, one for each major constellation. So Avitus gives me extra life, and you gain experience by building things. Vicchio gives me added reach, and you gain experience by traveling the world. Armara gives me elemental resistances and gain experience by taking damage. And Dissidia, 10% added critical hit chance, gain experience by dealing damage. Now you can reset this perk tree and redo it when you want at some point. There's a way to refund all your points and reset the perk tree, and there's also a way to just completely reset your character so that he has no perk points at all. So it's like a start from scratch kind of thing. Generally speaking, what you'll probably want to do if you want to min-max this, which I always fail at doing, but because like I usually like get all about this and then forget to like deal with my perk points later. But if you really wanted to min-max it, what you could do is basically get yourself the maximum number of perk points available, which I want to say might be 30, but I'm not sure if that's right. And then once you've done that, craft the item that refunds all your perk points, so you have 30 available, and then get exactly the perk points you want. And basically each one of these little nodes on the tree is super cool. So boom, we'll just unlock that guy. 10% more mining speed. Hooray! And you can get, you know, as you expand, better stuff, right? Increased melee damage. And you can kind of go down whatever path you want. So you can follow this path, get out to the Elder ones, which are like some pretty cool abilities that you can unlock. Or you can start following another one. And if you want, you can even unlock new roots and, you know, head towards the center of the tree. And there's, you know, different things in here that do all kinds of different stuff. There's like a million perks. I'm not going to go through them all. You guys have seen me do this a few times now. So just note that we've attuned ourselves. The main reason to do that, obviously, is now we can look at constellation paper that we found that previously had nothing written on it. We now realize that we discovered a minor constellation, which is cool, and we can find more constellations and more minor ones by finding more of those out in the world. So that's good times. Hooray! So do we have enough to make a celestial altar right now? I think we could do that, right? Let's get the celestial altar structure ready to go, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, so let's celestial altar this thing. Can I upgrade him, or do I need to make it nighttime? Probably have to make it nighttime. There we go, celestial altar time. Sweet. And while that upgrades, I prepared... Oh, darn. I sort of prepared, and then I unprepared. I was all ready for this, right? And then I did a bad job. I messed up, and I unprepared. Hang on. There we go. Doot doot. Nice. Okay. So I'm ready to paste in the altar, right? Wow, you're still upgrading? Sweet. Hoping I have everything I need. I need more marble bricks. That shouldn't be a problem. Yay! My vision expands. Now I'm gonna get some marble bricks from, you know. We'll see if it's enough. Is it enough? Ah, it is enough. Sweet. Alright, so let's just try and line this guy up in the center here. Whoops, missed. That looks good, right? Are you happy? He's happy! He's happy, folks! Awesome. So hey, we upgraded to the Celestial Altar. We expand the Constellation chapter, which is the main one that gets us some pretty cool abilities to do things with rituals. We're going to rapidly progress through Astral here, right? Because you guys have seen me play Astral a few times. And again, my main goal is having access to some of the really powerful rituals that Astral Sorcery allows us to have. Specifically around... Wow, I can't hit that guy for my life. Specifically around focusing on growing. Because two things. One, I want to test to find out if the ritual that makes things grow faster would affect this. It would be cool if it did. And if it doesn't, not a big deal, because that thing is just passive anyway. I want to affect this area and basically have like a super fast growing. I want to see how fast I can get crops growing, right? So we're going to combine like all the crop growing capabilities to the point where hopefully they grow almost instantly. And that would be cool, right? We'll have to figure out what we can do, but for now, Devil20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time. We'll progress a little further in Astral, because remember, your best way to get things is to get to Chapter 5 and unlock the Observatory so you can get the faint constellations. What I will probably do between episodes is spend a little time flying around and finding more constellation paper. For now, Devil20 signing off. Take it easy.